Hello. Today's guest is Denise Williams, a board member of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame and a former inductee, today on The Bernie Hayes Show. And welcome. I'm Bernie Hayes. My guest is Denise Williams. Denise, how are you? And welcome.
I'm fine, Bernie. So good to see you and be here.
It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. I noticed that you're a member, national board member, National Black Radio Hall of Fame board member, but you're also so much more than that. You're a public servant. Tell us about your public service.
Servant. I want to say all my life. I'm always in the public trying to help people. That's what I learned from my grandmother as a little tiny kid growing up. I remember as a kid, the hobos that would ride the rails, they'd come to our back door, and she always had food for them.
Really?
They knew where to come.
Wow, that's wonderful.
So I got that want to help people from her. That spirit has continued on as I've gotten older.
And you become an elected official.
I became an elected official in the city of Fairview Heights. Grew up in East St. Louis, but the city of Fairview Heights. I became an alderwoman after becoming a precinct committee woman.
Okay.
And I served as an alderwoman for 14 years. Term limits came in, and we could only serve 12 years, but I had been serving for 2 or 3 years prior to that.
Precisely, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in May of this year, my term ended, my 12-year period ended, and almost immediately I was put on the Fire and Police Board of Commissioners. So, so I'm enjoying that.
So you're still a public servant?
Still a public servant.
In public service.
Yes.
But before that, you were in District 189, the St. Louis, Illinois School District.
Taught in School District 189, starting with kindergartners and went all the way through college-level teaching.
Okay.
Even worked at Harris Stowe for a minute in the reading lab, which I loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Denise Williams.
Yeah.
And you're a former inductee of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame.
Yeah, in September of 2023, I traveled to Atlanta and I was inducted, and so honored to be inducted into the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. Such a great, great organization.
What does it mean to you, the organization itself?
The organization itself, first of all, I'm going to say that's the highest honor I feel I've ever gotten, and I'm so proud to be a member. Being a part of this organization, which has so much history, is just phenomenal. Being in this organization with so many historical radio figures. I mean, you go from on-air personalities to managers and news people. I mean, every job that was held in radio, we've got members on board. Yeah. Every job.
That's good. Now, I know that the induction ceremony for 2025 is in September 20th at the Renaissance Hotel here in St. Louis, Missouri.
Yes.
So, and then I understand that the people from all over the country will be here for the National Black Radio Hall of Fame inductions. Yeah, this is a big deal. You are an inductee.
It is a very big deal, Bernie. Knowing that people who have been on the radio all over the United States and chapters are constantly coming together to be a member of this great organization that you founded.
Yeah, I'm a founder.
Yeah, founder and president.
Yeah, yeah. But you got Chattanooga, you got Memphis, Detroit, Chicago, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Jackson, Mississippi. I mean, just all over. I mean, Las Vegas, Nevada. So we're growing. It's a big, big, big deal for everybody.
And actually, a lot of the people who worked here in St. Louis are in some of those chapters throughout the United States now.
Don Cody runs the one in Florida, you know.
Right.
And the inductees this year, Robin Boyce will be inducted this year.
Yes.
And Cheryl Winston will be inducted this year.
Rick Roberts.
Rick Roberts will be inducted this year. Harry, Dirty Harry, Harry Lyles, he's a board member, a national board member. And Renee Smith, you know, she's being inducted this year too.
Singer Renee Smith.
Yeah. Don St. John used to work at KWK. Yeah, so it's going to be a big deal. So Let's get back to Denise Williams. Okay. Now, you see, one of our program directors at BRHF Radio, Internet Radio, is one of your students, former students, Tamika Narvi, Nave Harvey. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jockenstein's daughter.
Jockenstein's daughter.
Yeah, tell us how was she a student?
Tamika took radio broadcasting at Lincoln Senior High School under my tutelage, and she was, believe it or not, Tamika was very shy back then.
Really?
It was hard to get her to open her mouth, and had to pull her out. Just keep pulling and pulling and pulling. And she did pretty good as a student. She really did. And now Tamika is on fire.
Yeah.
That girl is on fire.
Lady Jock.
Lady Jock.
Yeah. She and G Wiz all over the country.
All over the place, yeah.
Well, tell me, Denise, how did you get into the teaching? Well, why did you choose that profession?
You know, Bernie, I always, as a little kid, wanted to be a teacher. I had an aunt who was a school teacher, and we just admired the heck out of her. She taught for over 30 years in School District 189. And I wanted to be a teacher all of my life until I got to high school. And I'm listening to the radio. I got me a transistor radio. I'm walking down the halls of Lincoln High School listening to your show and Jim Gates' show and all the jocks, Al Waples, with my transistor radio. That was my focus. And I love watching also the evening news. And I said, I think I want to be a news broadcaster. So I went to SIU Carbondale, and I started taking the classes and realized the people in the classes with me had journalism experience, which I didn't have. The most I had done was worked on the yearbook staff in high school and wrote letters to the editor at the newspaper, the Metro East Journal.
Sure.
And actually got Lou Brock to give us a van for our school.
Wow.
Yeah. That was my first connection to Lou Brock.
Yeah.
If my dad had
He had
known...
an auto dealership, didn't
He did.
he? Yeah, sure.
On State Street in East St. Louis.
Right.
Had my dad known I had done that, he would have killed me. How dare you? But it went places, and it got us that van. And it was good for East St. Louis Lincoln Senior High School.
Sure.
So, as I said, I discovered that I didn't have experience like the other kids did. So when I started teaching, I thought about it, and I said, you know what? Other kids who want to go into this need some experience. They don't want to go in there like I did, a newbie with no experience. So I said, we need to write something up so that kids are being taught some of this stuff ahead of time. So they are more aware of what actually goes on in the broadcast industry. So my brother-in-law, Terrence Curry, who you know,
very well,
who was a principal, we got together and we wrote up a program for School District 189, which got implemented, thank goodness. It's still going on today. One of our new board members, can't think of his name right now. Kareem Mateen's brother. I can't think. National Black Radio Hall of Fame. Wilborn.
Oh, okay.
Marcus Wilborn.
Sure.
He teaches the classes that I taught.
Right.
Radio broadcasting, mass communications. He's all over the audio stuff that goes on there in the vocational ed department.
Right.
So the program is still going on, full-fledged. Lots of students interested and taking the classes daily at East St. Louis. Senior high school now. Lincoln is no longer there, unfortunately. But
I want to ask you about that, too. That's going to be part of our conversation this morning, okay? Yeah, but today, rather.
Okay.
Denise, you've done so much, and you talk about Tamika being shy. You kind of shy yourself. You kind of hold back. You know.
You think so?
I know so, yeah. So, but and I appreciate it because you've done so much, and still you don't talk about it unless somebody pulls it out of you. But it's so wonderful. Now, September 20th, at the National Black Radio Hall of Fame induction ceremony, there's a phone number I think they can call and a website that can show nbrhalloffame.com and 314-780-6600. More information. That's wonderful. So Denise, there's so much we want to talk about. But we're the New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Woodson Road at Overland, Missouri. And Reverend Larry Rice has been here more than 53 years providing services for those in need. and we need your help and support. Your Post Office Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri 63166. You can make a tax-free donation, and also you can come by and bring some water, toothpaste, anything hygienic items to 2428 Woodson Road, Overland, Missouri. Back with Denise Williams after this.
The time has come for us to let the light and love of Christ flow through us. You and I can make a big difference in the lives of so many people that are going to be suffering this winter. If we don't learn the needs of the homeless, if we don't see how we can help them, we want to take you directly out on the streets. We want to involve you in a night out with the homeless that we're having in a local church where you can actually join us in setting up tents and be a part of discussion groups. You can also go out with our teams as we take food and items out to people that are out on the streets and come back and discuss what we've encountered. So much is taking place October the 10th at the Night Out with the Homeless that I want to encourage you to go to www.newlifeevangelisticcenter.org, call us at 314-421-302, register, get involved now on October the 10th. It's World Homeless Day, and we want to do more than just talk about it. We want to do something about it, and we can do it as we learn and as we let God's light and love flow through us. So please get directly involved now in the Night Out with the Homeless.
Behind me is the New Life Evangelistic Center administrative offices in Overland, Missouri. And this is where we shoot our shows for our worship shows and the Here's Help Network. And it's also where Zakid Baroudi and Bernie Hayes shoot their shows. You can find all of these shows at the New Life Evangelistic Center app, the NLEC TV app. You can also access them on your tablet or on your computer. And this is how you can stay up to date with all the things that New Life Evangelistic Center is doing. There are so many different programs that we've got going on, and God is doing many exciting things through partners like you. So if you want to support the work that New Life is doing, then please access and give through the app. You can go online at nlecstl.org or give us a call at 314-421-3020. Again, 314-421-3020. But this is the best way to get plugged into the amazing work that New Life is doing through people like you. And so there is something for you to get involved in today. And we are so thankful for our partners. Only through the grace of God and your gift are we able to bless others today.
And welcome back. I'm Bernie Hayes. My guest is Denise Williams, a former inductee of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame and also on the board of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. Bob Dimmler, our engineer and producer and writer and editor and everything, asked how did you become an inductee for the National Black Radio Hall of Fame?
I had a very good career in radio. Mm-hmm. My very first job, I was hired by you.
By me, yes.
At KKSS, I think it was 1974 or 75.
75, yeah.
And you gave me a shot at being a weekend news anchor. I loved that job, and you kept telling me, you mentored me, you told me, lower your voice, be a little deeper with it. And I did. I followed all your cues, and not only did I work at KKSS, but I worked at KSLQ, which is now KY98,
right.
along with Phillips and Wall, and Alan Bartlett, who was in the Q jet copter, which I hate going up in the air in that copter, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah. And then I got my own little segment that I did. I was able to produce and put together for airing on the radio, 60 Seconds for You. And I became a news anchor there as well. Through the week, in the evenings and mornings and evenings, I'd drive all the way out to Clayton.
Right.
And then go teach and back out to Clayton in the evening. And on the weekends, I was a weekend news anchor. So I did all that, and from there, I got to the greatest station in the nation.
WESL.
WESL.
WWWESL.
Yes, and I got to work with Jim Gates and Jockenstein, Sweet Charlie, Curtis Boogeyman Soul, all those guys.
EDB.
My girl EDB, yes. Yeah. And, we had so much fun at that station. Yeah. I think that was one of the best experiences in radio I had, because we were family.
Curtis Boogeyman Soul.
Curtis Boogeyman Soul, who's still around today,
Certainly is.
doing his thing.
And in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
His picture's up in the Hall of Fame.
And and I went to so many other stations. It got to a point where, and I love this, it got to a point where I didn't have to go and apply for jobs, but people would call me.
Certainly.
Word of mouth, the networking thing just worked well for me. KTZ, WZEN, Mix 97, and Magic 10, 105, 104.9, all those.
It used to be 107.
Yes. So I got to work at all those stations. I mean, from different genres, from jazz to R&B, soul,
News.
hip hop, news, all of that. So it's been a great experience. It really has.
And you
been.
certainly are worthy of being inducted into the National
That
Black
led
Radio Hall of Fame.
it to me becoming a member of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame.
And now you are inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
One question I want to ask you, Denise, and I asked a lot of people this from Lincoln High School. How did that happen? How did Lincoln High School close? In East St. Louis, Illinois. Miles Davis went to Lincoln. So many other people. Just name people who went to Lincoln High School. It's just unbelievable.
Well, I'm a little biased on that, and I was one of the people fighting for Lincoln to stay open. They had a choice of keeping Lincoln open or Eastside open. Most of the board members of District 189 at that time had graduated from Eastside High School. As you know, Lincoln is surrounded by projects on the backside, projects on the front
Certainly
side.
urban.
Yes.
No doubt about it, yeah.
And they thought it would be better served to close Lincoln, which is a historical school.
Yeah.
First black and only black, fully black high school in the city of East St. Louis.
Yeah.
But they chose to close that and keep Eastside open.
Why couldn't they keep them both open, Denise?
I think it was a matter of funding and student enrollment, which their student enrollment compared to what it is now was, I mean, it was flourishing with students. We had so many students, it was unreal. And I'll say again, Lincoln High School, like WSL, was like a family.
Sure.
I mean, we took care of those kids. Those kids loved us, and we loved them. We fed into them like crazy.
Yeah.
A historical school that got closed for, to me, no reason. It shouldn't have happened.
Tell us about this gala that's coming up on the 20th of September in the Renaissance Hotel in St. Louis.
Okay. This gala that's coming up is going to be phenomenal.
The induction ceremony.
The induction ceremony. We have people coming from all over the United States, from all of the chapters and beyond. We even have musical artists coming. I think someone from Arrested Development is
they're being inducted,
inducted
Arrested
into the
yeah.
society.
Yeah.
As we mentioned earlier, Renee Smith from East St. Louis is being inducted. Many of the a few of the people who worked in the metro area, Cheryl Winston, Rick Roberts, who's JoJo now.
Yeah, JoJo.
And we've got Robin Boyce, who's still in St. Louis.
Right.
I don't know who else.
Don St. John.
Don St. John. So we've got a few of our locals who are being inducted this time.
Certainly. And Don Cody, in his chapter in Florida, Chuck Atkins, Ron Atkins is being inducted this year too. So it was but Magic 108 at the time.
Okay.
And then it became Magic 104, and then Magic changed a lot of titles. But it's gonna. For more information, I guess they can call the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. At least the website. Go to the website nbrhof.com, and also 314-780-6600. It's not too late to get tickets.
And you don't want to miss this event. It's going to be stellar. You do want to make this event. It's going to be. It's going to be great.
Trying to get Tony, I think, Tony Torrey to perform, and Jade Harrell.
Okay.
Jade Harrell will be emceeing. I understand. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a big event. Not too late to get tickets. I understand. It's just wonderful. I mean, the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. So many chapters, and it's still expanding and still growing. You know, so many different people. Brady Jones of Delwood, he bought a page. The National Blues Museum got a page. St. Louis Urban League, you know, St. Louis American newspapers. So many different people are sponsoring the event this year, which is really,
And we
really
are
good.
a nonprofit.
Yeah, it's not for profit. Yeah. So what does it take, you think, Denise, to be nominated for the National Black Radio Hall of Fame?
Well, this is a historical society, so I think the years that you put into a broadcast career, your outreach into the community, your involvement is so important and should be looked at when bringing people into this organization, because that's what we're all about, the community.
Sure.
We not only do the music, which music is the forefront, but we also make sure the community is connected through what's going on in the country. We keep them informed of everything that's happening. Like today is so much going on.
Yeah.
And through radio, we're able to get that information out to the public.
Yeah.
That's our voice.
Portable.
Yeah, because national news, I hate to say it, has gone kind of to the wayside. It's biased now. And as far as Black history and Black events that are going on, we don't get as much information as we should. And I'm going to make a point on that. I was listening to Ricky Smiley just yesterday, and he mentioned about how we have persons who are coming up missing, but they're not getting spotlighted on the national news as other races are. And that's not good.
So that's up to the African American announcers to
pick
get this
up.
information, as they have been all the way. Okay. We're the New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. Denise Williams is my guest, an inductee, former inductee of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. And we're talking about the event that's coming up on September the 20th. And back with Denise Williams after this.
God is our hope, and when we set our eyes on Christ particularly, we see that He has redeemed our lives. And I pray that you would partner with us and join in the incredible work of giving hope to people who don't have any. You can give online at nlecstl.org, or you can mail your tax-deductible gift to NLEC at P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri. That's 63166. When you give, you make a big difference in the lives of so many people who hear these messages and grow in their faith.
Our Black History piece today is for Howard Washington Thurman, who was born November the 18th, 1899. He was a key mentor to leaders within the civil rights movement, including Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was an American author, philosopher, theologian, educator, and a civil rights leader. As a prominent religious figure, he played a leading role in many social justice movements and organizations of the 20th century. Thurman's theology of radical nonviolence influenced and shaped a generation of civil rights activists. Thurman served as dean of the Rankin Chapel of Howard University from 1932 to 1944, and as dean of Marsh Chapel of Boston University from 1953 to 1965. In 1944, he co-founded, along with Alfred Fisk, the first major interracial, interdenominational church in the United States. Howard Thurman died on April 10, 1981 in San Francisco, California. Howard Thurman.
Since 1972, New Life Evangelistic Center has been on the front lines, reaching out, helping the hurting, the homeless, the fatherless, the widowed throughout mid-America. Yes, although it's had its roots in St. Louis, it now has expanded throughout mid-America into India and Africa, Haiti, and other places around the world. Oh, what a history New Life Evangelistic Center has. And we have many of these history books available to you, and they're right there on Amazon. And if we can help you get one of those, you contact us at 314-421-3020. But in addition to all that, we want to share a lot of that history with you right here as we take a look at how the work began and how the Lord has taken us throughout the years and the miracles that we have seen, all because of caring people like you. You're part of the history of the New Life Evangelistic Center. Yes, New Life Evangelistic Center has a rich history, but there's much more yet to come, and that's why I'm inviting you to familiarize yourself with the history of the past and be a part of the miracles of the present. Yes, let the Lord God Almighty work in you and through you. Let Him do exceedingly beyond what you can ask or think. He's got a purpose for you, and we want you to be able to live out that purpose as you get directly involved in the history of New Life Evangelistic Center and what the Lord is doing now.
Welcome back. I'm Bernie Hayes. My guest is Denise Williams. She's a former inductee of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame and a board member of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. And we're here discussing about the induction ceremony coming here in St. Louis, Missouri on September the 20th. Denise, black radio, history of black radio. It hasn't been told.
The history of black radio has not been told, and I'm going to relate it to myself as a youngster coming up. The only black radio station we had, I think, as I was coming up, was KATZ.
Okay, 1600.
Yeah, a station that you worked at.
Yeah.
And that was the voice for us. That was our information station, how we were able to learn about things, as well as get great music from the jobs.
Oh, yeah.
The history from there, we haven't had that many black-owned radio stations, I would say, in the St. Louis metropolitan area. We've had a few, but KTZ was the very beginning.
Yeah.
And things have progressed through the years. There was a civil rights movement, and you remember the Black Panthers and the SNCC organization, all those things. We got information through radio from there. So that's the history.
Yeah. Black radio, St. Louis station like KWK, KKSS, KIRL, KXLW, and KATZ. Those are their stations that were geared to the African American community. And that's where the information came from. I mean, they were the voice of the civil rights movement. They told the information. They talked to Dr. King himself. You know, they talked to Jesse Jackson. They talked to people on radio. And that's the importance of black radio. It never got the recognition that it deserves.
Never.
And I assume that's what the
To
National
this
Black to this day. So that's why the National Black Radio Hall of Fame came about and what we're trying to do. But the 20th of September, perhaps people who don't know about it find out more about it. They can call the 314-780-6600 or go to the website at National Black Radio Hall of Fame. That's nbrhof.com. Denise, you being a former inductee, I know you know the importance. So what were you going to say?
I was going to say, make sure that we tell them about the museum that we have. That is just out of sight.
Yeah, Vashon Center on the corner of Compton and Market Street, the National Black Radio Hall of Fame and the Wolf Jazz Institute at Harris Stowe State University.
Yes.
You know, because all this is all the memorabilia, all the different plaques, gold records are all housed at the Vashon Center at Harris Stowe State University, the home of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame and the Wolf Jazz Institute. That's wonderful.
Anybody that comes to St. Louis, this is going to be the place to come.
That's right. And your jackets, you have 2 jackets in the National Black Radio Hall of Fame hanging there on the wall.
Yeah, one from the greatest station in the nation and one from Magic.
I mean, that's why you're in the Hall of Fame, because you've done so much and so many things. That's wonderful. So they can call 314-780-6600 or go to the website, nbrhof.com. And I hope that people will come by and visit the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, the museum, and have so many things, so many artifacts. Your picture, Al Waple, Scoop Sanders, Spider Burke, George Logan, Gracie, Jackenstein, Tammy
Holland.
Tommy Holland, yeah, and just so many more. Just loaded with information and pictures, memorabilia, Doug Eason, all that's there.
And it's because of people who came before me that I was able to become a member of any of this. And I stand on ground that I hope people younger than me are able to ride in as well.
It's wonderful. It's been a pleasure talking to you, Denise. You've always been there, not only for me, but for everybody that I know that you've been very associated with. And I just want to say thank you for taking time out to spend with us today.
It has been my pleasure, Bernie.
Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. And thanks each and every one of you for supporting the New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Wilson Road, Overland, Missouri, 63114. I'm Bernie Hayes. Till next time, have a great day.